Whether the jockeys are safe, and at the moment all systems as we come to the first of the Group 1s. Ben from Cranbrook. This race was quite remarkable. Probably the shortest price favourite in the history of Australian racing was going for 19 in a row, Ajax, and he got beaten. He was, I think, $1.02 in our language, so I hope it's not a good omen for the next. What have you got? Well, who's the market mover?
Yeah, nothing around those prices. Hartnell started odds on, but $3 you can get now. Everything else has been backed. He's Our Rocky's a big mover, 18 to 11, but Antonio Giuseppe is the one, $8.50 into $6.50. Some really big and good bets late as well.
So Antonio Giuseppe for the Waller camp. Yes, Spear Chief overturned Ajax. It was probably, seemingly the biggest upset in the 20th century in this particular race. Way back.
What were conditions like on that day?
There was 1938. I was just not quite around. Stardom Star, fascinating to see how he goes here, whether he can get the trip, whether the United States can bounce back. I think Hartnell's the key to the race, isn't he?
He has to be, and I'm really pleased seeing him on our screens. He looks nice and bright and relaxed, and that's how we're used to seeing him.
Yeah, he'll be ridden cold. A couple of the United States there, our Ivanhoe, Jason, Richardson, Francesca. You've got Hartnell, as you just mentioned. It's a great gallop, this 1.25 miles down to the first bend of the mile, and then it'll be nice steady pace. It's only a small field. He needs to get himself into a lovely rhythm early. He likes to stalk Hartnell, so he'll have something to follow along. So the speed in this race is quite interesting. Stardom Star will lead them up, and Antonio Giuseppe will be the second horse with pace with Sophia Rosa, but I wouldn't imagine they'd go too hard in front.
Let's see what happens, Simon, because Darren Frindell's about to take us through the Ranvet.
In a week, he goes forward. So Antonio Giuseppe's in. They're all ready now. Welcome our international audience around the world. They're off now on the Ranvet, and Stardom Star and the United States were the first two out of the gate. Sophia Rosa jumped well in third. He's Our Rocky, hand on the fence, wide out Antonio Giuseppe. He looks pretty well committed to going on with the job. Our Ivanhoe settles back in the field, and Hartnell's the last one. It's Stardom Star the leader, but going very deep out is Antonio Giuseppe. He's got plenty of natural speed, and he rolls forward together with Sophia Rosa, and Stardom Star's right there on the fence, being relegated to third. Then the United States, who bounce well but settles in fourth from He's Our Rocky. Our Ivanhoe's second last, and Hartnell's back at the rear, about 6 or 7 lengths off the lead. 13.50 to run, and Antonio Giuseppe allowed to make the running today. He's out by a length on the mare. Sophia Rosa being restrained in second. Stardom Star, Darren Ware with his first winner on the board in Sydney, and the first today. He's looking for a double now. Stardom Star in third, the United States fourth. Then He's Our Rocky from our Ivanhoe, and the race favourite Hartnell's last in Buick sitting very quietly back on him. They've got 1,000 metres to run. They're at the halfway mark. Antonio Giuseppe backing up from last week's second placing, just leads from Sophia Rosa. There's not much of her, but she sticks on in second position. Just lost about a neck position there, followed by Stardom Star. Then the United States from He's Our Rocky, our Ivanhoe, and still Hartnell sits back last, about 6 or 7 lengths off the lead, which is Antonio Giuseppe. Go racing towards the 600, a length in front of Sophia Rosa, who's come off the bridle in second. Stardom Star still travels okay. Then the United States, our Ivanhoe's pulling out from He's Our Rocky, and boy, Hartnell will have to be good from there. He's still last. Antonio Giuseppe coming away from the rails. He wants to lay in a bit. He's a couple in front. Boy, Hartnell's not done with. He's coming down the outside with our Ivanhoe the first to give chase, and our Ivanhoe hits the lead. Hartnell the outside. The United States is trying hard, but our Ivanhoe, he hasn't raced since the Melbourne Cup, but away he goes in the Ranvet. Our Ivanhoe in the heavy 10 conditions wins it easily. Hartnell second, the United States third, then Antonio Giuseppe. Good margin back to Sophia Rosa, then Stardom Star, and He's Our Rocky was last in.
As Darren Frindell said, first up since the Melbourne Cup. There's a magnificent training performance by the Freedmans, and Kieran McAvoy getting him home. It was a big finish. Hartnell ran well. He had a lot to do. The United States was okay. Antonio Giuseppe gave a great side.
Yeah, I'd love to ride on Antonio Giuseppe to kick clear at the top of the straight, Ty England, because you know you handle the wet track. Try and take the brilliance out of some of these horses. Like our Ivanhoe, a Group 1 winner. Like the United States, a Group 1 winner. And Group 1 winner Hartnell in the blue to the outside. See Kieran McAvoy at the top of the straight coming out. He was 3 pairs back, getting covered with mud throughout transit. At the top of the straight, he pulled his goggles down. We just missed it. He pulled his goggles down just to get some clear air. Hartnell really got going once he got out from behind them and got into some new ground out there on the right.
Very good from our Ivanhoe, especially first up. 2,000 metres, heavy ground. To get a horse fit enough to do this, Group 1, weight for age, very good training. outstanding performance. But I have to say, swap the runs of Hartnell and our Ivanhoe, and I think Hartnell wins. He got very far back. He was last in transit, had to come wide around the bend. William Buick kicked him up, and he had to use up a lot of petrol coming wide. Here we've got the connections of our Ivanhoe, Emma Friedman on the right, getting very
Johnny O'Neill on the left. Johnny O'Neill on the left. Mummify fame, Johnny O'Neill. He's the best grandstand jockey at Turin One Home. Don't worry about that. But I don't know about that. Look how much Ivanhoe beat Hartnell.
Gee,
You all right?
so with a heavy track there, just a little stumble for our Ivanhoe.